Hey guys, this is Cyrus the Great and I'm bringing you the next commentary video from the Medieval to Total War, and this is another subscriber battle sent by King Arthur, so thank you very much for the battle replay. And this is 2 versus 2 on the vanilla game. King Arthur is commanding the Sicily and his ally Criminal Copy Kill, elite veteran player, one of my first teachers at this game, is commanding the Danish forces, and they are facing Russians in the command of Slovenia and the Portugal forces in the command of the Nimes Order. So we are gonna see some sweet actions, I suppose. Let's start it. The Sicily got balanced army with 4 Pavis crossbowmen, some chivalry knights, and of course some dismounted broken lances and sword and bucklermen. Looks like this spike militia got armor upgrades based on this skin. And of course Criminal Copykill is playing really aggressive as always, and this unit of Northwell clerics is now engaging the conquistadors. Northwell clerics doesn't have greatest church because they just have only maces, but they are much better in melee. So Norse Axemen as support are here, and some dismounted dwarf is reloading to this, firing down this Norse Axemen. And nice flanking maneuver here at his right flank, General Bodyguard versus General Bodyguard, charging both at the same time, and this unit is coming to support. We've got of course the another Northwell clerics charging right to the spikes, which is kinda weird. Let's see what is happening right here. The Slovenia rushed using Russia, and seems he was able to break some of infantry, but the main core of Sicily is still untouched. And of course the King Arthur retreated his cavalry and got 1 unit of dismounted broken lances right here, most likely to support cavalry against these peasants and these Tsar guards. The infantry fight is in the Sicily favor because most of the Russian forces are two-handed units, and as we all know, in a vanilla game the two-handed units aren't really useful at killing enemy infantry. I mean, they are rather shock troops and great support for your cavalry, but I won't say I would use them as the main infantry corps. However, some fractions like Russia and Denmark are just based on these two-handers, so they have to hire them anyway.
We are blessed. The enemy general is dead.
And seems like Criminal Copykill killed the Portugal general. Of course, the fast microing is base of medieval game if you play higher tiers. But most of his army is routing, and Portugal did a good Portugal did a good move chasing down these units because they won't come back later. But the Sicily is doing really well countering this rush, and these Pavese are now useful at killing down the rest of these forces. Balance of power looks pretty even, maybe even of the Portugal and Russians' favor now. Pretty much all what left is most of the Portugal forces and rest of the Denmark troops. I mean, he will not give up fight, he will fight to the end.
We are blessed.
And another general killed by Pavese, most likely. We see some cavalry flanking around. I guess I'm almost sure this battle was old period, 15 key each player and 6 to cavalry rules, because we see this unit diversity. And this Pavis crossbowmen are really useful in the old periods. They are useful pretty much in all stages of battle. In high period it's rather as killing enemy cavalry, and late game when your infantry and cavalry is pretty much done. So good to see the differences, to not play just one period. It's the best thing to try to balance yourself if as much as it's possible. I mean, an example, myself, I love high period and early period, but I play old periods sometimes too as well. So the Denmark now. Denmark is done. He has only peasants and is 4 Northwall clerics. I wouldn't brew them to the fight. I would rather take chivalry knights or some huskers as support. Anyway, they look really nice with that maces and this armor upgrade. Of course, the Denmark and every fraction looks great in this game, as we all know. And now that's gonna be interesting. The Sicily is engaging slowly but constantly the Portugal, and seems like the cavalry
flees the battle. Run down those worthless peasants.
And Slovenia troops are now routing, and seems like the battle is gonna now be in favor of the Sicily. He's got a useful unit of the Northern Knights. You should be careful changing through this Aventuros, one of the base spikes. And here you can see funny moment when the single rider killed maybe 10 guy at one charge. That's why the cavalry in comparison to infantry is overpowered in this game. That's why you have limit on the cavalry. However, I don't think so the cavalry spam would. You need cavalry and infantry. The cavalry is doing the main core of the engaging enemy and crushing charges, while infantry is fighting other infantry, enemy infantry, and of course support for your own cavalry. That's my point. Stay tuned for my first guide for multiplayer, which I will publish soon. I'm speaking about it like 1 year ago, from 1 year ago, but I will do it just because this is so much work, and I have chatted with many veterans of this game to confirm my thoughts of mechanics and tactics, formations, etc, etc. Now it's last stand Portugal. This modern conquistadors, for me the best infantry in the whole game. Of course, all depends on money, level, rules factor, and personal preferences. Someone can say that this modern chivalry knights will be able to hold them out for a long time, and I will agree, but if you have enough money and you play all periods and they aren't banned, because an example Swissman 15 sometimes ban conquistadors in his free-for-all matches. I don't criticize it, it's just his games, so his rules. That's not my problem to argue about this now. And now the great D of the Northwall clerics. And of course constant charges with your, with citizen cavalry. If you have at least one guy in the cavalry, charge, and charge. Don't let them stay in, or don't let your cavalry stay in the close combat to infantry, because it will be a result for your lead cavalry, and pretty much cavalry aren't designed to stay locked in melee against infantry. I would use them to kill out cavalry, of course, but It's worth noticing that some of cavalry, an example this Northwall clerics, an example this guy, which is it, or Mamluks or Cataphracts have maces, which makes them really useful at killing enemy cavalry and infantry sometimes too. But generally I avoid to stay my cavalry, to let them fight in melee for so long. So, great quick battle. Thank you very much, King Arthur, for the battle reply. Hope you enjoyed this one. Let's see who got most kills. Of course, the King Arthur got most kills, and the rest of players did pretty well. And this was pretty good example of higher tier games. All here were pretty much good or very good players, especially Criminal Copy Kill, one of my first masters. And Arthur is really nice, improving his skill in the time. And Slovenia, of course, is veteran of this game as well. He teached me, and I have played with him a lot. And Nameless Order, also very good player. I met him like a few months ago, and he confirmed that he can face me almost as equal level, and I had very nice games with and against him. So, thank you very much for watching, hope you enjoyed this one, and stay tuned for the next videos. See you!